Welcome back. I'm still not done shaking. Like, I'll be honest. That was so awesome. I love this game so much. I still have the chills. I still am shaking, and I get it. I'm casting out of a bedroom, not in an arena. But who cares? This game is still the best. The best. Gillette, the best a man can get. It is so good. I love this game. Oh my god, I love this game. God, I love this game. I'm like on the verge of tears here. I have put everything into this, into casting, and I just, when you get something so great like that, and just the reason why Dota is so amazing and why it brings us all here together, it's so awesome. I'm sorry, I'm acting like a fanboy, but that is just peak Dota. That is peak Dota. Peak. Nothing beats it. Nothing beats that feeling of watching an amazing game of Dota. 30,000. 30,000, man. Damn. 30,000 net worth.
5 seconds remaining.
Jesus. You guys are... okay. Let's get to game 3. Team Root taking game 2. Keen Gaming taking game 1. Looked like they were going to take game 2, and they were up 30,000 net worth. Medusa got a Scotty, and now she's banned. Terrorblade, Daedalus, Butterfly, BKB, everything was there. And Team Root brought it back, 30,000 net worth deficit, and it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Boy, did it not matter. And now we've got Terrorblade and Rubik again for Team Root. This is win, and you are going to PGL Bucharest. Like, this is the exact situation that we are all hoping for, is a best of 3, which is deciding who gets to go to Bucharest, goes 3 games in 3 exciting games. And we've got Terrorblade Rubik against Tusk Lone Druid, King Gaming, Team Root, Elder Titan, Faceless Void, Magnus, Pugna, and Phoenix banned out by Team Root, Phantom Assassin, Medusa, Centaur, Brew banned by King Gaming, and they're on to their 5th ban. I mean, you've got Terrorblade, you've got Rubik.
10 seconds.
Puck's got, still in the pool. It'd be interesting to see if Team Root let that through, or if they pick it or not. And they go with the ban of the Sand. We really don't see Sand King at all anymore. But man, anybody clip that? I need to see that again when I get a chance. Clip it. Show the fans on Reddit what that 30,000 net worth comeback was all about. Because that was nuts. People need to experience that. Lich gets picked up again here from King Gaming. So they've got the Sinister Gaze. They've got the Tusk. And the Tusk tag team there with the Lone Druid and the Bear. We'll see how that works out for King Gaming. They've got their 2 supports. And Lone Druid might be their offlaner. And now Team Root, they go with the Tidehunter. And King Gaming immediately into the Monkey King. So safe lane Monkey King for Old Chicken. Old 11 will be on the Lone Druid. Lich will be played by Kaka. Kaka will be playing the Tusk. And Lich will be played by Dark. So they still need their mid for E to play.
10 seconds.
And then Team Root with the Tidehunter, Terrorblade, Rubik. See what they're able to do here. As they're going to be picking their 3rd hero. They've got their offlaner and their safe laner. We'll see what they want in their 5. Or for their 5. So, I mean, the Venge, DDC on that Venge was so clutch.
The Dire get
Absolutely insane. And now they go, this is a classic DK for Super. And then Tide played by Yao. Terrorblade here for End. And then Rubik for Victoria. And then we'll see what they end up giving DDC, unless they want to change this lineup late. I do wonder if they're going to keep these all the same. But only time will tell, as Keen Gaming, they get the final pick. So let's see what this final ban is, because Team Root, yeah, Dazzle would be good, Shadow Shaman would be good too, to get that lockdown in there with the Ether Shock and the pushing potential with the Serpent Wards. I like Shadow Shaman. They've got Rubik already in terms of some lockdowns, so Shadow Shaman's not bad. I don't really like the Lion here.
Dire's turn to pick.
Warlock, okay. DDC on the Warlock. I'm down. We haven't seen Warlock in a while. Oh my god. Just think about this team fight already. Tidehunter, Ravage, Warlock with the Chaotic Offering. And then for King Gaming, Chain Frost with a nice Snowball coming in with the Wukong's Command. There's already, like, you can think in your head, just close your eyes and, like, imagine what could possibly get thrown in these team fights. I really wonder what King Gaming want to do mid-Razor. Alright, that makes a lot of sense.
What? Conquer!
So, E on the Razor, Old Chicken on the Safe Lane Monkey King, Dark on the Lich, Old 11 on the Lone Druid, Kaka on the Tusk, and then DDC with the Warlock, Super on the Dragon Knight, which is one of his most known heroes, at least what I've seen, and Yao on the Tidehunter, and back on the Terrorblade, and Victoria with the Rubik. I mean, this is lockdown, lockdown, lockdown. Chaotic Offering with Fatal Bonds is going to be nice. Lockdown, Boundless Strike, Sinister Gaze. So I wonder if King Gaming are lacking a little bit of lockdown. And it kind of scares me with their lineup. I don't know if it's going to be, good enough to pull out a victory. But we'll have to see. I'm interested to see how this goes and who will be where. You should have Tide in the off lane, I would say, with Rubik, because if you've got DDC with Terrorblade, you could go Fatal Bonds with Metamorphosis, and you get the heal to keep Terrorblade relatively safe. In terms of King Gaming, I like Lich with the Monkey King and Tusk with the Lone Druid, of course, where you've got Tag Team available to the Lone Druid. Let's swap this in this final game. Win and go to Bucharest. Lose and go to the lower bracket where you hope to get to Bucharest. And there's the Monkey King in the safe lane. They're sending Rubik here so far with the Tide as well as the Warlock. So they are trying to maybe contest here. And we'll see how they're able to do so. You've got DK, who shouldn't be too vulnerable over mid. I like the Dragon Blood to keep him alive here. He probably will get a lot of his damage taken, but it shouldn't be awful. In terms of, you know, super dying. I don't think, unless there's rotations, he should be okay. We'll definitely have to see. Doesn't look like there'll be any contest on these bounty runes. Maybe they come in on King Gaming, but they might as well just give it up. And it'll be dark here with the Monkey King. And that's exactly what I'm thinking of when I see this combination, is the Frost Shield with the Monkey King pressuring, especially with the Jingu Mastery. And then here, what I'm hoping for is the heal, the Fatal Bonds, maybe an upheaval early level, but I doubt it. But for right now, early, it's the heal and meta taken by Terrorblade, the Fatal Bonds early at least. We'll see how that works here with the 7.2. So it'll be interesting. I like... And on this Terrorblade, the question again is he allowed to get that much farm? Super, already level 2, so he's got one of the Dragon Blood, with the Tango getting 14 HP in his regen. 14 per second.
Hello.
And oh,
I'm Gabe Newell. You've just achieved
Dark
first blood. Thanks.
somehow kills Victoria by himself with Frost Blast. I guess Victoria's just dead, but again, over mid, I don't exactly think this is going to be awful for Super. We'll see his damage taken away, and he'll try to last hit here. He'll probably fall behind the last hits. It's more about getting the XP for him so he can stay alive. But First Blood goes down over towards top with Victoria dying to the Lich. Take a look over at Yao, who's gone in the Gush, as well as the Anchor Smash. Old Chicken doing a good job. And it should be Frost Blast and Frost Shield eventually here for Dark. But under the Tier 1 tower, again, taking a bit of damage is Super. Level 2 into the Dragon Blood, and without the Tango regen, he's regenning for 11.5. So he should be overall fine in this lane. And again, it's more about getting the experience than it is the last hits for Super right now. And in a little bit of trouble, tag team doing some work here from Kaka, as he took that level 1. And it was the Conjure Image as well as the Metamorphosis, and then we'll see what the Warlock takes level 2, if that's going to be into the Fatal Bonds. So nice shards coming out. DDC being pressured heavily should die here. And will die. And with the bear and Kaka hitting at you, there's almost no way you're getting out of that, especially with the shards stopping you. So again, it's King Gaming with the early advantage. $1,000 net worth lead. I guess after seeing last game, 1,000 net worth lead means nothing. But Old Chicken taking a lot of damage. The Frost Shield placed on him. Yeah, level 2 into the Gush. Not enough mana for it. Does have the Mango, but won't chase under the tower. No need to. It doesn't have Kraken Shell either. Take a look over bottom. And what did DDC take level 2? The Fatal Bonds, of course.
Warlock, I know your demon well.
Kaka spotted. There's the meta. No way to stop it, though. But he'll use it just to farm, which is honestly no surprise. You want to get these last hits, get some farm early on this Terrorblade, don't want to die. And with the help of the Warlock, you really shouldn't die in that lane. Tune the Breathe Fire, tune the Dragon Blood here for the Dragon Knight. Take a look at the Tune 2 into the Plasma Field, as well as the Static Link here for E. And then Old Chicken, he's level 3 with the level 2 of Dark. Yao sitting level 3. Like I said, 2 in the Gush, 1 in the Anchor Smash, and 1 in the Telekinesis, 1 in the Fable for the Rubik. So meta on cooldown for a while, missing the shards, looking for a tag team approach at DDC once again. He's got that Arcane Rune to try it once more in just 8 seconds. And immediately, getting that heal will be the Terrorblade. This allows him to, stand close to the wave and try and trade a little bit, or not trade, but posture in the lane to get these last hits, but now end in a lot of trouble. The shards are perfect with the tag team. He gets the Shadow Word placed on him once again. So that'll keep him healthy. He does have the Tango regen as well.
Got it. Alms for the dead.
Level 4 here for Old Chicken. 2 in the Balance Strike, 2 in the Jingu Mastery. Dark level 3. 1 in the Frost Blast, 2 in the Frost Shield. And just taking a little bit of damage with Kaka coming over. Again, needing to be quite wary on the positioning for this Terrorblade to make sure that he's not caught out by this Tusk. You need Terrorblade to have a good early game, but right now the CS is 3 in the favor, at least for now, of King Gaming. Shards come through the TP attempt. You know the snowball's there to follow it up. Super taking a lot of damage and will end up falling. He had 3 into the Breathe Fire and 2 into the Dragon's Blood, but it's just not enough. They look over for Old Chicken as he's just able to walk away inside the trees. Has a TP to go back, but pushing him out keeps it open for Yao for just a moment. As the Balance Strike hits onto the Rubik, should be another kill here for King Gaming. They'll chase on to Victoria. One more shot into the trees, but there's the Frost Blast, and now 4-0 for King Gaming. It's a 3,000 net worth lead, and honestly, he's starting to turn into a little bit of a blowout for Keen. But again, we watch where the pace of this game goes. Metamorphosis is coming out. Rooted up is the Terrorblade. Shadow Word will be placed on end. He's okay for now. Continuing to farm with the meta. Looking over at the bear, doing a good amount of damage to end, and even coming under the tower with the help of Kaka. The shards come through, and end might be in a lot of trouble. They'll take out the bear. It's 300 gold for them. Kaka's the one in a lot of trouble. Now going for the snowball. Meta won't run out, at least soon enough for them to keep Kaka alive, and they get 300 gold and a kill. So that's perfect for the Terrorblade to bring this lane back. Really what he needed. And with Dark coming over, they'll look for the kill, the Sinister Gaze, and of course Jingu popped and the Frost Shield on top of Victoria. They'll find themselves a 5th for the side of King Gaming, and Old Chicken will get his first. Super about to hit level 6. Kaka coming over, but now they've got Super nearby. No way to stop him.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Waiting on this DK to finally have Dragon Tail. Of course, it goes into the Elder Dragon form, and now the Snowball follows it up onto Super with the shards. Should be another kill. The Sinister Gaze is there, so the lockdown on top of the lockdown here for King Gaming. Yao actually tries to come in. I don't know if this is the right move. He doesn't exactly have Ravage. Tag team Kaka, Snowball over to the creeps. Fade Bolt in one, and it's thrown on a Kaka. Won't get the kill. E? Plasma Field gets it, but you might give up your life for this. Frost Shield comes through, and now he might find DDC. This is all under the Tier 1 tower. DDC ends up falling to Dark. He's got a killing spree. Nobody dies on Keen Gaming. And Razor just doing an absolute massive amount of work here. This is all while 11 has got himself that Midas onto the bear and ready to go for that Radiance.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Watch what Team Root are willing to do here as the Boundless Strike lands, but the chase is on. End trying to get this kill with the help of Victoria, but into the trees with the tree dance will be this Monkey King. And meanwhile, they've taken out Super again on this DK. So they keep losing the DK, even with the level 2 in the Dragon's Blood. It's been almost impossible for Super to find some space and farm. And 10 minutes in, we'll switch it over to the net worth, and we see that Terrorblade's the only one relatively close to anything high on the side of Keen Gaming. I'll go for the Tier 1 tower and grab it. The Chain Frost bouncing around, going over to creeps and an illusion. Yao getting low. Old Chickens here has more than enough damage. The Chain Frost does way more than enough. And it is now 10-1 in favor of Keen Gaming. And if you were watching this last game, this is definitely not how you thought this would go. They'll look for the kill onto the bear. The courier comes over. Kaka and Old 11 are able to just mosey on out. All the while, they're Tier 2 taking a touch of chip damage, but Super again struggling to stay alive, going on to his second bracer. The snowball comes through from Kaka. We take a look over towards top. The Wukong's command drop down. Yao, he doesn't have Ravage. I believe he just blew in. There's a Chaotic Offering coming through on a Old Chicken, but he's got himself the Jingu Mastery, so he's able to heal up, but End is coming through. Super gets the kill on a Kaka over bottom. Old Chicken should be able to run this out as we take a look over towards bottom, and Old 11 will be backing out. That's Ravage and Chaotic Offering both used. Yeah, they keep their lives, but those are some high cooldown ultis that are being expended for nothing. Ten to 2 in favor of Keen Gaming, and they're keeping the pressure on. This is exactly what they need to do to make sure the Terrorblade and the DK don't find much of anything in terms of farm. But you've got Walrus Punch ready. Super with the Dragon Tail. Here comes the Razor, and now the Plasma Field stolen. Super trying to get out, but there's the Sinister Gaze with the Chain Frost. This is a perfect kill. This is so easy for the side of Keen Gaming at the moment. The Walrus Punch comes through on a Victoria. One more shot and he's dead with the Plasma Field. They'll get DDC on top of it. 3 go down, and this is looking like the Tier 2 is going to follow suit.
Dire's middle tower is drowning.
Yasha will be finished here for the TV, but I don't know where his help comes from. Maybe the Tide, but he only has 3,000 net worth. Like this, King Gaming, they're upset. They shot a bullet through the lock that is holding the gate in front of Team Root, and they blew it right open. And there doesn't seem to be an answer right now for Team Root at all.
denied their bottom tower.
I'll have to start really trying to buy their time again. It's another matchup where Team Root need to buy their time. And there's not many ways that they can do that with the high cooldowns of their ults. Manta will be big here for the Terrorblade, but if you're the DK, what do you even get at this point? You've got 2 bracers and boots sitting at 3,800 net worth. You are so far behind this Razor. It's almost embarrassing. But we'll have to see.
Are Radiant using
Scan comes out. I believe Yao just going for the bounty rune. Maybe looking to bait there, but they'll pick up the bounty runes. They'll get themselves 2. The bounty runes bottom will be picked up by Old 11. Terrorblade, again, just needs this Manta style, and maybe he'll be able to fight. We'll have to see, but the smoke comes through, the Metamorphosis used. I think what Team Root is planning to do is at least smoke behind this Terrorblade and hope that a rotation comes out to save the tier 1 tower over mid. Just holding the fishing line here with the bait. They'll find this Lich. Stealing the Frost Shield, putting it onto Yao, and this should be an easy kill for them, and will be. It's a 5 times killing spree going the way of Yao. Didn't have to blow the Ravage either. And Lich does buy back. So again, it might be a little bit also of Keen Gaming getting loose with these buybacks. You lose the Lich again, or, you know, you can call without buyback. A Terrorblade's gonna make you pay, and when Super gets enough, he'll make you pay as well. BKB already finished here for E. Love to kill this courier if you were Team Root, but that's just not going to happen. Battle Fury being built for old chicken. They are wrapping around heavily. Got the BKBs ready as well. This could be a problem. The smoke, the TP, DDC. He's out. They lose nothing. And has the Manta style. So things aren't all bad for Team Root. 7,000. If 30,000 net worth is doable, and by God, this 7,000 is definitely doable. They've got a tier 1 standing here. Maybe not for long over top as they lose Yao, who's up here. Not knowing where the enemy team is on the map, so I don't understand a movement like that. Stay further behind your tower, make sure you don't die, but what's happened has happened, and I think at this point you're almost relying on the Tidehunter to get farm after maybe a Ravage and a team fight. You want Super to find something as he's gone into 2 bracers with power treads, and soon to hopefully, at least in his case, get this blink. They look over at Kaka, who tries to come in. He's immediately killed off, but here comes the turnaround. The Chaotic Offering comes through with the Chain Frost bouncing on DDC, and Super should be enough with the Sinister Gaze coming through. Super will be next. 2 heroes dead. They look over as the Ravage is used. The Sunder comes out, and they'll get the kill. So Monkey King's dead. The Root from the Bear, the Force Staff away, at least trying for it. Gets the kill on the Dark. Takes 3 before he dies. So that is kind of worth it here for Team Root, as you can start to see the power of the Terrorblade, but again, that's needing everything. Chain Frost comes through too. It is pretty rough, especially with the Sinister Gaze on you. Still just a 7,000 net worth lead, while Heaven's Halberd is looked for this Razor. We've got Terrorblade. He's going into the Dragonlance and then the BKB. And then Super, close to this Blink Dagger. We'll see if that does matter much. If he could get a Dragon Tail out in an optimal position, it could mean the world. It could mean a difference. Ravage not up nearly in time for them to want to go in on this Roche for the side of Team Root. And they really can't go in on this. Radiance on the Bear. No Ravage. It's asking for trouble. Just farm and then try to hold. Now the Blink as well as the Walrus Punch will be available for this Tusk. He's got his Blink Dagger, and now the Aegis is picked up by E. We'll TP back the Bear, get it back to full health. Old Chicken's got the Battle Fury. He's also looking for a BKB. DDC is going to be spotted and killed. Most likely. And there it is. Work with the Sinister Gaze, stopping that TP, and an easy kill there for Old Chicken.
Got it. Dire's bottom tower won't last long.
So, end here, looking for the Hurricane Pike. He was going to the BKB. Decides against it. Dragonite going for the Shadow Blade, and Razor's already got the Heaven's Halberd. Just using that Radiance to burn down these creeps, continue to farm. As Team Root still trying to buy time, but they got the Blink Dagger here on the Tide and the Dragonite, so their positioning is going to get better. They for sure have a chance to make things happen, and we'll see what things they're able to make happen as the game is getting tougher and tougher. No doubt about it, the farm and the pressure from King Gaming is pretty heavy. You only have X amount of time, and X might equal a low amount. We're 23 minutes into the game, and King Gaming are ready to pressure. Chaotic Offering coming through on the side. There's the Blink with the Dragon Tail, as well as the Fatal Bonds. Tide Hunter, nice Ravage. They've got the damage coming through. They look over at the Razor. They'll get the kill. That's going to be the Aegis Gun. Now Old 11, he's looking like he's going to be next. Yao continuing to go forward. They need this kill before the Razor comes up with the BKB. They look over at Victoria. Yao continuing to try and pressure onto the Razor. There's the Wukong Command coming out, as well as the Chain Frost on the back lines. They'll look for DDC. It bounces back. It'll get the kill. Now there's the Sunder with the Snowball coming in. There's a Walrus Punch to follow it up from Kaka. The Sinister Gaze locking in, and he's already used the Sunder buyback from the Rubik, as well as the Warlock. So King Gaming come out ahead in that one. But it looked very close for Team Root. However, that cost them everything.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this day.
It cost them literally everything to get that fight to even have a chance. So the thing about that is that Keen Gaming, by Buyback used on the Rubik. Buyback used on the Warlock. That's it. Or actually the Tusk as well. Walrus Punch on a DDC. Just bought back. Shards are there. The nice Force Staff. But the Courier goes down. I'd rather my Courier dead than my Warlock who just bought back. Who would be dead just as long as not having this Chaotic Offering. But they will lose Yao. And this Tidehunter dead for the 3rd time. He was going to a Heaven's Halberd of his own. As Terrorblade still looking to finish off this Hurricane Pike and then go into the BKB. They are giving a good amount of time for Team Root to try and bring it back. It's a 12,000 net worth lead, and try is the optimal word as Keen Gaming are looking clean and tight here in terms of their pickups and their team fight.
Gold is a great conductor. Dire are scanning for enemies.
Scan comes out. Force Staff picked up by the Razor. And again, still trying to farm up is this terribly now. Going against the BKB once again and going for this Scotty. We'll see what he's able to get. He's far away from it, but he does have the Hurricane Pike, so the survivability is possibly there. Auto Dragon is available in 8. Ravage is free. So is the Chaotic Offering. You take a look at Keen Gaming. They're looking for the AC on the Spirit Bear. They've got Blink already for the Tusk, going into the Solar Crest next. Force Staff for the Lich, Butterfly for the Monkey King, and then Heart for the Razor. And the difference is, Team Root, they are items behind. Not items. And it is very tough for them to come back. They need a big team fight to go their way. If they can get dark, that's something, but they won't. There it is, Dragonite picking up that Shadow Blade. He's got the Shadow Blade, Terrorblade closer and closer to this Scotty. Just an ulti orb and a point booster away. Tidehunter, the Heaven's Halberd, is pretty far. And then Rubik going into the Glimmer Cave, trying to keep his allies alive for as long as they can. 17,000 net worth. This lead is just exponentially getting bigger, and the thing about it is all the 3 cores of the side of King Gaming are farming together.
Double damage.
And having these 3 cores so farmed makes the game so much tougher for Team Root. Sometimes you see one core get farmed and the other 2 don't, but this time around, they're sharing the map and sharing the wealth. I find it a little odd that King Gaming aren't willing to fight yet, but I understand it. Take your time. You just blew a 30,000 net worth lead. You don't want to do it again. You want to be meticulous. You want to make sure that you get this Aegis and cheese and work this game on your pace, your terms. And they're going to come back and immediately smoke. Ooh, they're waiting on Yao. Yao should have just TP'd to the shrine. Unfortunately, you can't take that risk. That means they know you're coming. Roche not going down too quickly. They can make their way over. They know the scan is there. Monkey King on the high ground is going to spot this out. The Shadow Blade used. There's the smoke broken. They know Monkey King is in the trees. They need to find him. The Wukong's command getting teased for just a moment. There's the Radiance, making sure that they can't blink in, but the Roche is not going to be taken just yet. The Wukong's command comes out. With the Ballast Strike, they'll look for the Warlock. DDC on the backlines with BKB being popped here by E. No kill just yet for either side. And it kind of whiffs, at least so far, for King Gaming. So without the Wukong's command, you don't have the ulti for the Razor, no Walrus Punch, and now it's Team Root's turn to try and go in. The Root comes through. There's the 4-staff out. They look over at the bear, doing a lot of damage. Old Chicken goes in. There's the Ravage. That's going to land on 3 of these heroes, and then they look for the Terror Blade for the damage, but they'll kick out Yao. The Chaotic Offering is going to be on top of that with the BKB being popped by Old Chicken. The Balance Strike is laid down onto the Terror Blade. He's trying to get away and needing to run, as he does have Sunder, but he's wondering if he's able to use it, if he wants to go back in. The Chain Frost comes through, and now it's going to bounce around. Goes back to Super. No, it's not going to matter. The bear is going to get the kill on the Super. You take a look over at End, who still has the Sunder in his bag, ready to go. And I don't mean this bag, just in a, in his utility bag. Think of him like a Batman.
Killing spree.
And they get Rubik, and that is 4 kills for Keen Gaming. It looked like it might have gone Team Root's way, but just it wasn't coordinated enough. And it was very well done by Keen Gaming to get the Ice Shards in there and keep the side of Team Root back. They'll get Yao back up, but he's basically just a Ravage at this point. Here they go to try and finish this game. The blink in with the Walrus Punch on a Super, the 4-staff out. The upheaval slowing these King Gaming heroes away, but I don't know if that's going to do much of anything. We see this a lot with teams that go up against the Lone Druid. It just feels like they have to focus the bear, and that leaves 5 heroes to their own accord. Dragon Tail, once again, the Frost Shield on top of the bear. They'll take the tier 3 tower out. They might lose the bear. And they do. It's 300 gold for Super. Question is, what does that even mean? It's a 25,000 net worth lead for King Gaming. I feel like we've been here before.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack. Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
So here we go again. Team Root on the brink of defeat. King Gaming on the brink of qualification. We'll have to see what they can do to hold on this high ground. The upheaval comes out one more time and does have the Metamorphosis, the Wukong's command, backing off the side of Team Root to get this set of racks, and I do believe that Team Root are okay with giving up the melee racks. They don't find anybody on the retreat like they may have wanted, but at least it's just the melee racks for now. And with King Gaming retreating,
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
gives them a moment to farm. If you can find this halberd
Radiant's bottom shrine
on
has
either the Tide or the DK. Maybe, just maybe, you stop the right click of the Monkey King or the Razor long enough to make a comeback. There's the Elder Dragon form again, focusing the bear, trying to take it out. The bear just eating away at this tower. The telekinesis comes through. They've got the stun onto the Monkey King, looking for the damage. It is a long time. Old Chicken force-staffing away, almost dead. They need to try and go in. They'll get the Aegis. So there's that. They've got at least one life away on this Monkey King. They're going to need to get another, and now they stun him up. Let's see if they have the damage. The ping is coming out, but the Ravage is there, and now they got the Chaotic Offering to follow this up the end. This is going to be popped here onto E. The Chain Frost bouncing around. Does it do that much damage this time? It's actually piling up on the side of Team Root, but they've taken out two of these heroes. So they'll take out two. They'll look for more. They look over at Dark. Oh, boy, yeah, looking for it, but he can't stop the TP. The Courier comes over for a moment. This is a hold. The Tier 3 stays. Team Root are fine. Meta will be down. Look at the BKB next here on to the Terrorblade. DK looking for the Heaven's Halberd. Tidehunter soon to have his Heaven's Halberd. And again, do I wonder if King Gaming have a little bit of maybe PTSD? You're coming off a game with a 30,000 net worth lead and you lose. Well, where's your answer now? You try to high ground, and again, not only do they stun you and have the damage here on the Terrorblade ready to go, as they go into the Daedalus, they skip the BKB as they notice that Terrorblade has an opportunity to win them this game once again. If he is able to pull off this Daedalus, have enough for buyback. Not that it matters really on Terrorblade, because Metamorphosis doesn't come back with buyback. But if he were to have meta here with the Daedalus, they can make a possible hold. The problem is, Ravage is down for 40. Chaotic Offering is down for 60. It might cost them another Rax. We'll see. The Fatal Bonds is here. They're doing a lot of damage to the bear. The upheaval comes through. The telekinesis onto the bear. They'll get 300 gold. Or actually, no, they won't. It gets resummoned right before. And this is still holding. The tier 3 is low. They've got Ravage in 17, so King Gaming need to mark their timings and make sure they do this at the right moment. If they can get the kill on the Yao, that would be huge. It's 9 seconds till they've got themselves this Ravage back up. The BKB is going to be popped here on the bear. Monkey King, oh boy, in a lot of trouble. The Metamorphosis comes out. He's gone. That's it. 90 seconds. He's out of here. Fatal Bonds onto the creeps. The BKB's been popped by E. There's the Chain Frost. Yao has the Ravage. He's forced to pop it because he knows he's going to die. But the BKB was still standing here on E. And now they've found the Walrus Punch onto the Rubik. They'll get themselves a second. This is a problem now. Root are out a little bit too far. They need to be careful. The Chaotic Offering, now that comes through with the Fatal Bonds. Back to full health is E. The Sunder comes in. That's going to hit on the Kaka. Do they have the damage? No, the Snowball's there to save him for a moment. They look over. There's the blink away. And DK's trying to find himself a blink into a stun, but he won't get it. The Monkey King's still dead for 50. They did expend quite a bit here on the side of Team Root. The tier 3 is gone. But again, Team Root holds. Anything other than a loss is a hold here for Team Root, whether it gains them net worth or not. So, Team Root. Now they have to hold their time until they can get these ultis back. They've got 13 seconds till the Monkey King is up. They didn't need the Ravage or the Chaotic Offering to get that kill. They just needed to rely on good positioning and catching him out. And that's exactly what they did. And with that hold, that gives end the Daedalus. Meta up in 55. Daedalus almost certainly enough damage if they can hold, if they can find the meta. But again, are Keen Gaming willing to give him that timing? So now, Keen Gaming pressuring again. Meta available in 35. The Dragon Tail comes out onto the bear. They get the telekinesis. They're keeping the lockdown on top of him. The upheaval will keep him from leaving. The bear is gone. 300 more gold for end. Meanwhile, he's got illusions pushing top. They're about to run out, but it's something to note. And again, it slows down the push of Keen Gaming. They will have Ravage for the next one. We'll see if they have Chaotic Offering for the next attempt. Elder Dragon Form will be down for 80, and Roche is up. This is Aegis Cheese Refresher Shard. And we have to see whether or not they're going to be able to make a move here. Refresher Orb is on the Razor. It's got the Aeon Disc as well. And again, you can feel that tension. You can feel the pressure on Keen Gaming to get it done. After what happened in game number 2, it's pressure they've put on themselves. It's pressure that those couple of holds have put on them. And this could be a huge problem for Keen Gaming, reliving Deja Vu. Dyer's Courier goes down with an illusion coming through. That's the first time I think Team Root was the one getting a Courier. And you look over at the DK. He's got his Halberd. He's looking for the AC. And Tidehunter, he actually strays away from getting his own Heaven's Halberd. So we'll see what they're able to do. A lot of gold here for this Terrorblade sitting top of the net worth. The game is on End's back pretty immensely here. And wrapping around is going to be the side of Keen Gaming. They look over at Yao. Yao does have the Ravage, but he's not willing to blow it just yet because the rest of the team isn't here. The BKB is going to be popped here by E. And now the Refresher Orb comes through, and Yao is going to die. He doesn't have buyback. Chaotic Offerings being thrown down, and that was the perfect play there from the Razor. Now if you're Team Root, you need to try and escape, but it's not going to happen. They've got the Snowball. They'll get the kill. They'll take out the DK. They look over at DDC. Luckily, those two heroes have buyback, but Elder Dragon Form was used, and that is a big one to lose. As well as the Chaotic Offering, you've used your ults, and now you're without them. You're basically banking on Metamorphosis to come from this Terrorblade and hold. But you don't have Ravage for 60 seconds, so you need to hold that time. You won't be against Mega Creeps if they take this top set of racks, so you might be willing to give them up. You have racks in all your lanes right now, at least one. So let's see, how willing are Team Root to try and go in on this? And that's the question, is they going with the BKB? This is a lot of damage. I'm frozen. I'm done. I'm out. Get back in. Get back in. Are you kidding me right now? Well, you saw how much just got used in that fight to knock me out of that game. Oh my god. Get me back in. Please get me back in. It's got to be quick. It's got to be quick. That was BKB used. We're going to take a look over at the top lane. They got the kill onto the Monkey King. They're trying to chase here. They'll look for the kill on Old 11. They'll get the Lone Druid as well. That's 2 kills here, as it was the Metamorphosis that led to the kill for the side of Team Root. And they don't lose their set of racks. They actually hold there. That just crashed my game. That literally just crashed my game. And now, right into Roche. We're having a repeat here. This is Aegis Cheese Refresher Shard, potentially for the side of Team Root. They need to hold Roche. They can't let it go with the shards there just yet. And Aegis will be put on the super, considering the Terrorblade doesn't need it. He's got BKB in his backpack. Cheese is here on the Rubik. And the Refresher Shard is on Tidehunter. Let's get that net worth back up. And I gotta remember to move away from my mic when I start getting excited if this is to happen again.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I couldn't believe that kicked me out right there. But you take a look. The Terrorblade Monkey King bar is in his backpack. He'll pop the BKB, throw it back in, see what he can do, going for the Refresher Orb. He wants the double BKB. DK, with the Heaven's Halberd going into the AC. I believe he had to buy back for that one. And then you'll have the double Chaotic Offering and the Fatal Bonds. If you can pull it off. I already feel my heart hurting. That's how excited I am right now. And you can feel it. You can feel the tension here. Nobody can get caught out on the side of Team Root. They only have buyback on the Terrorblade right now. Nobody else can afford to be caught out. And I say that because Yao is on the run.
I'll take that.
Yao all the way here. He's got the Ravage. They've got everything except Elder Dragon form ready on Super. The question becomes, are Team Root the ones to wait, or are Team Root the ones to go? You take a look at these towns, 40% XP gain here for the Tide Hunters. He's about to hit level 20. He would love to have that. Super level 21. Again, building into that AC, and almost 25 here for the Terrorblade. We'll see if he goes for the attack range or the Sunder cooldown. And for this Warlock, who did take the 60% XP gain, he's got 3 possible golems in this exchange. He's picked up on Old 11. He's able to get away here from the side of Team Root, who are pressuring in with this Aegis for a moment. It's only on Super who's going to have the second life, but again, 2 poor Aegis carriers.
Dire's bottom tower won't last long.
I'll take the tier 1 over bottom. That'll replenish the glyph on the side of King Gaming.
Couldn't withstand the tide.
They start to come back on the side of Team Root. 13 to 31, inverted scores here for both teams. Again, you take a look, King Gaming, it almost feels as if they're running out of options. But they've got Hags on this bear, and this bear is so farmed, you wonder how they could possibly throw it away. Here they go, pressuring bottom once again. But they won't push in. They want to make sure that this Aegis times out. They don't want to fight into the Aegis. They'll keep pushing out these lanes. They've got the melee racks down over mid, so that'll be pushing in by itself. They want to continue to push out, make it hard for Team Root to find any opportunity to come in on King Gaming. And there it is. There's the Aegis expiring, so they're going to know that it's ready to go. Elder Dragon form, it's pop. They look over mid, they're looking for E, they've got the vision, they've got him in their sights, and now they're going to send over the Terrorblade. They're trying to come on in. He hasn't got the BKB off, but oh, just gets it off in time. The Ravage is a whiff, and ooh, Boundless Strike comes through on a super. There's the Primal Spring with the BKB being popped by Old Chicken, as well as the Snowball. That's going to come through on a super. They've got the Chaotic Offering. He no longer has the Aegis. That's going to be the first of possibly two if TDC's going to lose his life here. The BKB popped by E. Now they're on the run. The Chain Frost doing a lot of damage here, pushing them all the way back. The E-Blade hitting on a super. There is the second Chaotic Offering, and they've taken out E. Now they'll take out Kaka as well as Dark 3 Arrows dead on the side of King Gaming. Oh my. It is 3 heroes dead. Here come the buybacks. The bear trying to make work onto the racks, but no, say Team Root. And they will take this bear out. Didn't you learn from the World Wildlife Foundation that this is an endangered species? You cannot do that.
Dire's middle tower just got knocked.
There's the buybacks, and we're having flashbacks here. It's now only 20,000 net worth. $50 minutes in, a 20,000 net worth lead here for the side of King Gaming, but it was once so much more. And we've seen it before. 30,000 net worth lead in Game 2. It was a 27,000 net worth lead in Game 3 here. At least Dota Plus has learned its lesson to not give out 100%. The experience is even, and the net worth might soon follow. Refresher Orb finished for Terrorblade. He'll have the Metamorphosis if he dies and is forced to buy back. So you hold the buyback, you keep the Refresher Orb in your stash. It could be on you, whatever. You die, you come back, you buy back, you Refresher Orb, you have meta again. He's got the Moon Chart. He's set. He's good to go. Take a look at the rest of these heroes, however, as they are far behind their own Terrorblade. But it's Heaven's Halberd and an AC finished for DK. He's got buyback in 500 gold, so that comes with a kill. A lot of these buybacks were already expended by the Dire, and I say a lot, it was only really a couple. It was only the supports here, both the Tusk as well as the Lich, using their buybacks. DK still doesn't have his. They start to farm up. They start to get themselves coming back to that 26,000, 27,000 net worth lead. They smoke up. You take a look at Old Chicken. He's got the BKB. That's down to 7 seconds with the Scotty as well as the Battle Fury. BKB's 5 seconds here for the Razor. Over on the Lich, he's got his own Heaven's Halberd and then an E-Blade on the Tusk with this Solar Crest. Level 22 plus 100% onto that Walrus Punch, hitting real nasty right now. Level 25 Battle Cry grants spell immunity. You've got so much on this bear. Still a 9-second BKB. Roche is up. Illusion spots it, as does King Gaming. Double damage here for Old Chicken. He's hitting for 530. Creeps innately pushing in as this set of racks is gone. The mid-ranged exist, so do the bottom set of racks. But the top lane constantly pushing. Team Root will now set up near the Roche pin. They will take out this Vision. Oof, we're giving you that much gold this late into it. Feels good. Sentries are worth it. Gem is worth it. At this point, I wonder what TV even goes for. They want this bear. They want the gold. They want to take away the bear. There it is. There's the resummon. And all the while, King Gaming, they're into the Roche pit. The scan comes out, and it will proc. That's going to be on to the Tide, who goes in and now he needs to know when to throw this Ravage, but Old Chicken actually postures, stays there. They look for the kill. The Andus is going to be popped as well as the BKB, but that's going to be the Chaotic Offering. There's the Refresher Orb, but that's going to come through with the BKB being popped by E. They look to get the Roach. Old Chicken just barely gets it with a Balance Strike being thrown by Old Chicken, but the BKB is not going to be enough. The damage is so there for End, and they'll get this kill. He's going to lose his life, but you take a look. Here comes the Bear with the Ags as well as Old 11 ready to push, and he's ready for it. You may not have a Bear for a while, my friend, as this Bear is getting chunked down. He's dead. No Bear for over a minute. So they take the Aegis away from Keen Gaming. Did they pick anything up there? Did they pick up the cheese? Did they pick up the Refresher Shard for the side of Team Root? They picked up the cheese. And the Refresher Shard, I believe, maybe not given out. There's the Primal Spring, not on anything important, because meanwhile, Yao's pushing in over mid. Everybody's got buyback but the Tusk and the Lich. That's two heroes on the side of the Dire that don't have the buyback, so if they wipe on King Gaming, this could mean trouble. They don't even have Bear right now. The highest net worth thing in this game is this Bear, I would say, other than the TB. And he doesn't have the Bear for 30 seconds. So Team Root have this feeling of needing to go in. The Ravage is still available for them. The Chaotic Offering, not available for 90. And they get the Tier 3. This is a 21,000 net worth lead for King Gaming, and they're getting high grounded right now. You've got the Bear back. And this is your moment to leave. This is the moment where you need to leave. DDC. Ballsy. Very ballsy. So ballsy.
Got it.
DDC has balls of steel. You know those truck nuts that people have on their trucks? That's what he has. That was crazy. So the Refresher Orb is here for the Monkey King, who's gone into the Wukong's command armor. Let's go back to the net worth. Let's take a look. 51,000 net worth here for the Terrorblade, who does not have this Refresher Orb anymore, and 85 seconds till Metamorphosis is up. That could be a problem, as these timings may not work out. However, they do have the Ravage, they will have the Chaotic Offering, and you would hope that this Warlock was getting maybe a Refresher Orb, but he's still sitting 5,500 net worth an hour into this game. There's the Elder Dragon form. Moving forward, looking for it. The Link is going to be popped as well as the Ravage that comes through and hits a lot of these heroes on the side of the Dire. King Gaming in a little bit of trouble. The Wukong's command is going to be placed down with the Chaotic Offering dropped by this Warlock. Is it going to be enough? They don't have the damage on the King Gaming heroes. The Chain Frost bouncing around as well as the Refresher Orb being popped here. That comes through. The Golem is gone and the Ravage is used. That's a little bit of a problem. The Dragon Tail is actually not going to get through. The BKB being popped by Old Chicken. The Refresher Orb being used on the Razor, who pops the BKB, looks over at Super, sapping his damage, looking over it. Yeah, the Balance Strike hits. He's going to have buyback, and he's going to need to use it, as will this DK. They do not have meta for 23 seconds, and that's the huge problem here for Team Root. They can't get him from a distance. But now they're trying to high ground. Trying to do all they can. Team Root trying to hold 30,000 net worth down. This is where we were a little over an hour ago. However, with all that thrown, Ravage down for 90, Chaotic Offering down for just under 2 minutes. You've got Elder Dragon form down for 45, but meta is here, and Refresher is up in 94. Buybacks were used by Yao and Super. This is the last stand for Team Root, it feels like. And it comes without a Chaotic Offering, and it comes without a Ravage. Coming in is going to be E. They'll also get the Disarm coming through onto the Monkey King as the Wukong's command is going to be dropped. They look over the Bear. They're trying to do the right-click damage with the Metamorphosis being popped, as well as the Heaven's Halberd laid down onto this Terrorblade. They'll get the kill onto the Bear as the BKB is used. But now they look over the nice Warlock, getting those nice Fatal Bonds through onto the side of King Gaming. Old Chicken trying to hold his ground. They look for the melee Rex. They'll finally find it, but the Sun comes through on the Monkey King as as well as E trying to move forward with the BKB being popped. The bear is back. The BKB is going to run out onto the bear. They look over. Old Chicken on the run. DDC trying to move in because he's trying to get into position when he dies to throw that Chaotic Offering. Unfortunately, he can't get in deep enough. They look over the bear one more time. They're down to Mega Creeps, but for sure, Team Root can hold against Mega Creeps. The BKB, or just it's the spell immunity. It's not the BKB. It's the spell immunity that he gets from Battle Cry. It's a 30,000 net worth lead. Mega Creeps really doesn't make a difference at this point. The net worth doesn't really make a difference at this point. Kaka under the nose of Yao. There we go. Ravage is available. Chaotic Offering available in 22 seconds. Meta. Ooh, Divine Rapier picked up by End. Meta in 80. Refresher Orb in 30. Buybacks. Gotta check buybacks. Everybody but DK. Everybody but DK, Tide, and Warlock. They're getting high grounded for a moment. They lost their tier 3. It really does kind of come down to whether or not they have the bear. The battle cry is so amazing with that spell immunity. Or the spell immunity. I don't know why I wanted to correct myself. Eagle Song, be careful with your courier, Team Root. You know what has happened to your courier in the past. So End with the Divine Reap. Whew. Hold on. Hold on, I'll get that sentence out in a second. End with that Divine Rapier. Hitting for 600 plus. Ready to go with the Daedalus. Dragonite. No buyback. He'll buy out. Getting himself this MKB. Chaotic Offering available. DDC will try for the Refresher Orb. And it's a 40,000 net worth lead for the side of King Gaming. Even higher than we once were over an hour ago in Game 2. Refresher Orb on the Monkey King. Refresher Orb on the Razor coming up. Refresher Orb in 40 for the Lone Druid. Just in case he needs this bear again. And the scan comes through. Root knows where they are. And Roche, we'll see when he's up. The bear doing all he can to push out this bottom lane. Root need to recognize it. And there it is. Spell immunity for a moment. As he pushes into the base. You think you're gonna catch me? Spare is able to play tricks on you. This is one of... I will preface the rest of this game with this. This is by far the best series. And this is why minors matter. Possible problem here. They find DDC. They're going to be right on the Chaotic Offering once he dies. He throws down one. He's about to die. He'll throw down a second one. Surviving for now. They're just sapping his life. And now they look over at E. He's in a lot of trouble, taking a lot of damage, but they've already taken out Super as well. They look over at the Tusk, getting the kill. The Ravage plays down to the back lines of this fight. They'll take out E. He's going to buy back with the Tusk. The Wukong's command is going to be thrown down by Old Chicken as well as the Refresher Orb used, but Old 11 taking so much damage. Will he survive? Oh! will not survive. And now they look over at Ochicken. It's got the BKB once again. Dark's coming in. TB is not going to do enough. He'll be forced to buy back. They look over at Yao, who doesn't have buyback. So it's 2 against the world. But meanwhile, look at your base. It's being infested. It's being taken away. 44,000 net worth lead here for the side of Team Root. And the Divine Rapier on the deck, in the hands of the Monkey King, looking to finish this game. King Gaming looking to end it all. He has Metamorphosis. Does he have the damage? They look with Victoria. They have 3 heroes, not even close to coming back. The Snowball with the Hex onto the Terrorblade. They look at the tier 4s. The BKB is going to be used as well as the Thunder Kaka, locking him in with the shards. It's GG called as this Ancient is going to fall. King Gaming have qualified for the PGL Bucharest Minor. 63 minutes, 36 seconds in, and it is finally over. It looked as though we were going to have a little bit of a repeat memory for King Gaming. But this time, it is not to be had for Team Root. They almost do it. I know the graph doesn't look like they almost did it. But it got there. It got to a point where Team Root for sure had a chance. And your first qualified team in this Chinese qualifier is King Gaming. Let's take a look at this scoreboard real quick. 60,000 damage for End. And look at everybody else. I mean, DDC, a Warlock doing almost as much as Old Chicken on this Monkey King. Everybody else just irrelevant almost on Team Root. It was their ultimates of Yao that really made the difference. Sometimes he didn't even know there was a Rubik in the game. And Team Root still, almost with the Terrorblade putting it on his back, were able to bring the game into their hands. But King Gaming, I mean, you take a look, Razor doing a lot of damage, Old Chicken doing a lot of damage, even Dark out-damaging both Super and Yao combined. And then you see Old 11, he's got 35,000 player damage, hero damage, 20,000 building damage. And honestly, Root, I wouldn't be surprised if they qualified through the lower bracket, the losers bracket here. But, I mean, that was quite a series. One of the best I've seen ever. One of the best I've ever had the opportunity to cast. And I'm glad you guys joined me. I'm glad you guys were here because that was amazing. That was 10 hours plus of amazing Dota goodness here in the best of 3s for this winners bracket. And it started with a 2-1 of Team Root over RNG, and then a 2-0 for Keen over eHome, and then this 2-1 afterwards. That was, you know, a 54-minute game and a 63-minute game and an early, quick 33-minute game in Game 1. But quite the back and forth, quite amazing play shown from both sides. It was absolutely a joy to cast and to give you guys that opportunity to watch this. So I know I was getting a little bit tense on this third game and trying to keep the feeling of the tension up. But it's also because my voice is killing me at this point. So I was trying to talk a little bit less and save it for the team fights. And knowing that I have to cast again in 17 hours, I'm going to be drinking a lot of tea. First, I'm going to sleep. And then we'll be back at 5 a.m. Eastern to bring you the RNG versus eHome, and then the winner of that plays Team Root, and the winner of that qualifies. So King Gaming, congratulations to them. Out of the open qualifier they come, and into the Bucharest Minor they go. And I mean, it was a barn burner on the big court. It looked really good. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm your caster Bkop at Bkop92 on Twitter. Follow me to know when I'm casting. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope to see you guys at events real soon. I love you guys for staying with me, and I appreciate all you guys joining me. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you in 17 hours. Technically today. Or, well, technically tomorrow, but 17 hours from now, I'll sleep, and then it will be my tomorrow. But, yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. Love you guys. Dota's the best. It's actually the best. So, I'll see you guys later.